Good morning, everyone. I'm just going to give it one more minute to let people jump in. Okay. Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for participating in our short demo that will walk through the learner experience of using one of the Power Transmission Workbook modules in the PTDA Learning Hub. Everyone is muted to eliminate background noise, but there will be time after the demo to ask questions, and you can also submit written questions at any time using the questions panel you see on your screen. This demo will be recorded, and I will share that with you following the presentation. So if you don't know me, I am Anna Meyer, Senior Director of Project Management here at PTDA, and I work closely with the Professional Development Committee, who were very involved in the LMS vendor selection for the Learning Hub and the content development process for these actual modules. The PTDA Learning Hub launched in June 2023 with 17 Power Transmission Workbook modules, which are only available to PTDA members at this time. So before we start walking through the learner experience, just wanted to reiterate the purchase process. There's two options to purchase a module or module series. So learners themselves can purchase a module directly through our online store at ptda.org, or if you are a company admin who wants to register multiple employees on their behalf, you can do that by emailing us at ptda@ptda.org with a list of learners that includes the first and last name, title, company, email address, and the type of purchase, whether it's the module series or a specific module title, just specifying that for that purchase type for each of your learners in your list. This instruction is also on our website. If you go to the PT Learning Hub webpage, it's also clearly explained there what you need to do if you're doing it on behalf of employees. Regardless of the method that is used to purchase a module, whether it's the online store or you submitting a list of learner names, once that purchase is made, the learner, oh, I'm sorry, let me backtrack. If you are registering people on their behalf, and once you send us that email, we will send you an invoice for payment. And then once the payment's received, staff will manually add that purchase to each employee's record in our database. And then regardless if they purchase through the store or if you make your purchase on behalf of others, once we make that purchase on the record, it triggers an automated email from our LMS platform vendor, which is called Bridge, and it'll just, then that email will indicate that they've been assigned to a course. And I'm going to pull up an example of that. So the learner would receive an email looking like this, telling them they've been enrolled in a course or the module series, and it'll give kind of some instruction on how to approach using the module, which this instruction will also be included in the actual hub, which I'll show you in a second. But then they would just click on the Go to Course button in their email to access the Learning Hub. So they would land here in the Learning Hub. This would be their dashboard. I am actually masquerading as a learner right now. So that's why you see this weird orange bar down here. I just wanted to give you the true learner experience versus the admin experience, which has a lot of extra features, which obviously aren't relevant for you guys. So as a learner, they would land here on the dashboard and they would see all the courses that are assigned to them, whether it's an individual or a couple of courses or the entire, all 17 modules. They would come here, and as part of the description for each module, it tells them to click the details button. So they would click that, and again, as in that email you just saw, it reiterates that same instruction that they are to first open the handbook chapter that's related to the module, study the content, and then come back here to take the actual module to assess their knowledge. It also tells you to open the PDF in Acrobat Reader in order to play any animations that are included in the document, and then to save the PDF for future reference. So I'm going to show you, if they were to open that PDF, this is what it looks like. I would say the majority of the chapter PDFs in the hub have these animations. There are, I think, 2 or 3 that don't. Our volunteers on the committee identified specific images they felt were necessary to have some animation to reinforce the key concept. So I'm going to just play one here for you. Of course, now, there we go. Okay. So that's just an example of one animation, but they are marked obviously throughout the PDF. So we're going to close this. So then once they've studied the content, like I said, they will come back to the dashboard, and they would click to start the module. So we're going to use this one as an example. So each module has 2 sections, a true and false quiz, which varies in the number of questions per module, and then there's an assessment section, which includes multiple choice formatted questions, and again, varies in the number of questions by module. The learner must complete both sections in one sitting, as it won't save their place. And let's see, we'll start with the true and false questions to give you an idea of what those look like. And it automatically confirms with a check mark if you answered correctly, and just confirming the answer. So we'll just go through these. Of course, I know all the correct answers because I have to be able to pass to show you the certificate at the end. There's only 10 questions in this chapter. Okay, so once you're completed, it pops up a window and tells you how many questions you answered correctly out of the total. And then it'll take you back to this menu, so then you can complete the assessment section. Again, it reiterates that in this particular section, you have to hit the 80% pass rate in order for this particular module to be marked as completed. You have to complete it in a single session. You can't stop midway and come back, because it won't save your place. And again, if you fail this, you can come back and retake it as many times as you needed to pass it. So again, confirms if you answered correctly and what that is. And the answers in here are all text pulled from that chapter PDF. So they can always go back and find the correct answers. So now these key questions are a little bit more in depth. And the remediation is a little bit more involved. So you can see that here. Get a lot more context for learning here. And again, so then it tells you that you answered number of questions correctly and you received a 100% score. And so because we passed, this chapter, this module is marked complete. And then let's see, we close out, go back to my learning. And it tells you great work. And this is where you would, the learner would print their certificate, which would have their name here and the name of the module they completed, their score, and the date. And they can print right from this screen. Then they come back to their dashboard, and if they were to scroll down, oops, am I in the wrong? Oh, right here. Okay. And it would be under their completed section of their dashboard to show which modules they've actually completed. They can come back here anytime to print that certificate. They can also click that review button and come back and take that module again. It clears out any previously selected answers, just so it would just be like a whole new experience, fresh experience of taking a course again. And they can access this and take the module as many times as they want within a year of when they activated the module. Let's see, what else can I show you? So in addition to printing a certificate, if you wanted to have proof of your learners completing the course, they can also come back up here and export a transcript. I'm going to show you an example of that. This is a slightly cleaned up version of a transcript because there's a lot of empty default columns that come with this platform that we don't use. So I've kind of condensed this down a little bit and just kind of highlighted the information that you might be interested in. The learner's name, the enrollment date, the title of the module, the date they, expiration date, the score that they received, and the date of completion. You can also see if they are currently in a module, which would say active. Created basically means that they've been assigned, but they haven't started it up yet. So this is for the individual learner, but if you, again, are one of those situations where you registered multiple employees and want a transcript that shows all of your employees, you would just have to email us at PTDA at ptda.org and just request that for your company, and we can pull that for you and send that to you. And you can request it as many times as you want in a year. The only other feature here I want to show you, if they were wanting to reset a password or instructions on how to print a certificate, they can go to this learning library, and there's a couple of resources in here that I added. It says enroll, but it's basically you just click on that button, it would open a Word document and just show instruction. Something here that might be helpful in case your IT team needs to know the computer and browser specifications for using the Learning Hub. That's in there, and that's about it. That is the whole experience for now. Again, our goal is to add other content resources to the Learning Hub. Right, like I said, right now we just have these workbook modules that we offer, and yeah, hoping we will expand upon that going forward. So are there any questions? I'm going to see if I can unmute everyone. Unless you're self-muted, then I can't do that, but otherwise you can submit questions in the questions panel. I don't see any written questions coming in. Maybe I was very thorough, I hope. Okay, well, there aren't, oh, we've got one question coming in, hold on. Let's see. Can the learner keep the handbook in PDF copy, or is it only viewable on the Learning Hub? No, you can actually download the PDF that you have access to within the Learning Hub and save it to your desktop. And again, these are different than the PDFs. You can, the chapter PDFs that you purchase separately in the store, those don't have the animations. Only the ones that are in this Learning Hub have those animations. And yes, when you can download those and save those as part of your purchase. Any other questions? Great. All right. Well, thank you all for your time. And I will be sending you the recording of this webinar so you have as a reference. Again, you can go to our website, ptda.org, and go to the Learning Hub and webpage and learn more. Like I said, you can purchase through the online store, or you can submit a list of learners via email. Again, all that instruction is on the website. And if you want to email me personally, Meyer, M-E-Y-E-R, at ptda.org with specific questions, or if you want to walk through a specific section of the hub one-on-one, I'm happy to do that. And I just appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for your interest, and hopefully we'll be in touch soon. Take care.